Veterans on the brink of suicide, sent to voicemail, placed on hold, or even ignored. Scripps national reporter Amanda Cost investigates the VA hotline and what's happening to veterans in crisis.
Home from war.
I'd started making suicide plans.
This veteran asked us to conceal her identity because of what happened after she called the Veterans Crisis Hotline.
They kept putting me on hold, and then they told me that they'd call me back, and then they never called me back.
You indicated that you were in crisis and having suicidal thoughts.
Oh, I told them I had a plan. They knew I had a plan. The next day, I had attempted suicide.
Each day, 22 veterans take their own lives, one every 65 minutes.
You have reached the Veterans Crisis Line.
Back in 2007, the government launched the Veterans Crisis Hotline, offering immediate help for veterans in suicidal crisis.
We're always here. We're here 24/7.
Here's how it's supposed to work. Calls should first be routed to the VA call center in Canandaigua, New York, answered within 3 rings.
Good morning. Thank you for calling National Veteran Crisis Line.
But if no one picks up, the call rolls over between 5 outside backup centers with no time limit until the call is answered or the caller hangs up. Combat veteran William Fuzzi in crisis on the line.
Terrified because I was afraid for myself at first.
Frustrated after 4 minutes, he started recording.
I've been on hold so long, my arms are getting tired.
No answer. 10, 20, more than 36 minutes before another voice came on the line.
This is the Veterans Suicide Line, right?
Yes, the Veterans Crisis.
We've had incidents where one of the backup centers went down and calls were still going into them and not being answered. And it was a one-time thing.
Julianne Mullane oversees the Veterans Crisis Line. Back in 2008, 2 calls a day were rolling over to backup centers. Now more than 300 calls daily.
Our call volume increased 540%. And so we weren't able to keep up.
She says VA responders answer about 1,000 calls a day.
It's not where we want it to be, but we're still saving lives every day.
So what happens when that person who actually tried to reach out, they're no longer here because maybe they did take their life? You won't even know that person is gone, actually, because they never got a chance to talk to you.
Vietnam vet and veterans advocate Rochelle Crump used to refer veterans calling her in distress to the VA Crisis Hotline.
I would stay on the line with them because I think if they're going to get a door slammed in their face, they're going to need someone there with them.
Her concerns at the heart of this Veterans Coalition complaint filed with the VA last year, citing life-threatening shortcomings of the crisis line. The complaint prompted the VA Office of Inspector General to open a case.
There just has to be somebody at the other end answering that phone.
Congressman Mike Kaufman serves on the House Committee on Veterans Affairs. He's calling for change.
It has to be fixed right away. There can be no delay.
How soon could the Veterans Crisis Line be in a position to actually answer all of these calls?
We're asking for more staff and better technology. Our goal for our request was to get that up and implemented in the next 6 months.
That timeline pending VA approval, while lives may remain on the line.
Suicide is time sensitive. It's not something that can wait.
It's unclear how many calls are going unanswered, but we have requested call records from the VA to evaluate the responsiveness of the Veterans Crisis Line. So far, our requests have not been fulfilled. We will continue to pursue answers. Reporting for the Scripps Washington Bureau, I'm Amanda Cost.
And to hear more from these veterans and other extended interviews, just head to our website, WCPO.com.